Well, good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chris, strat-o-matic, Delaware, and we are proud to present the first game of the Deadball Championship Series. It has finally come down to this. The regular season has ended, and it is the Philadelphia Athletics against Pittsburgh Pirates. 1911 Athletics, 1909 Pirates. The Pirates beat the Athletics 3 out of 4 games in the regular season. So we are playing at Forbes Field. And I know I didn't announce this, so everybody watching this, if you will give it a moment, and we will let some people get into the chat so they can enjoy it live. Fan-o-matic, good evening. Glad you can make it, good sir. This is Game 1, Forbes Field, Pirates and Athletics. So how's it going, man? How are you doing this evening? Hopefully everything is well with you. Glad you can make it to the chat. On this beautiful Monday, oh, man, been looking forward to this series for a long time. Kind of knew the Athletics were going to be in it, but didn't really know the Pirates were going to until they made that push near the end of the season. Played an awesome bit of baseball coming down the stretch. So we are going to, let's go ahead and for those who may not have picked up the whole big video early the other night, Don Heston, welcome. Figure we will just gloss over the league stuff before we start. Standings are up on top there. The Pirates and A's are 12-8. And the Pirates and the A's went about it a different way. The Pirates, they only scored 67 runs, only had a .235 batting average, only a .228 team ERA. Mike McAllister, how is it going? Fan-o-matic, make the move. It doesn't take much. And if you have any questions, dude, just watch my videos and anything, you know, we can learn it together. But it does not take much, and it does make such a difference. It really does. It's worth sitting down and beating your head against a wall and making yourself learn it. It really is worth it. But yeah, as I was saying, the Pirates, lowest batting average and lowest team ERA. The Philadelphia Athletics had the highest batting average, but also the highest team ERA. And so both teams took a different tack to get here to the World Series. So it's going to come down to, can the A's outbat the Pirates pitching? Jerry, how's it going this evening? Good, sir. Jerry Ball, welcome to the chat. Just rehashing the league here, and we do have Pitcher of the Year in this series, Howie Kamnitz for the Pirates against Batter of the Year in this league. Frank Baker, Home Run Baker for the Athletics. Decided to redo the lineups here a little bit, and in accordance with the 1909 World Series, made a somewhat of a pitching change for the Pirates. So let us go over the starting lineups before we begin. For the Athletics, Eddie Collins leading off second base. Right fielder Danny Murphy has moved up into second in the order. Stuffy McInnes, first baseman, still batting third. Home Run Baker is down to batting fourth, third baseman. Center fielder Rube Oldring batting fifth. Center fielder Briss Lord, left fielder batting sixth. Jack Berry, shortstop, batting seventh. Ira Thomas, catcher, batting eighth. And Gettysburg Eddie is going to be on the mound starting Game 1 for the A's. And if it goes that far, he'll be starting Game 7. For the 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates, leading off Bobby Byrne, third baseman. Tommy Leach, center fielder, will be batting second. Left fielder and team manager Fred Clark will be batting third. Hannes Wagner, shortstop, batting fourth. Owen Chief Wilson, right fielder, and fifth. Sixth in the order is Dots Miller, second baseman. Seventh will be Bill Abstein, the first baseman. Eighth, George Gibson behind the plate. And on the mound, perhaps not rookie, I don't remember for sure, but young phenom Babe Adams. Fred Clark wants to get Adams some action in this series. So he is going to be going on the hill and going strong, hopefully, for the Pirates. Gets to throw that Gibson-esque 1.11 ERA at the Athletics. So, guys, here we are, the long-awaited start for the championship series. Let's get this party started, shall we? All righty. Leading off, second baseman Eddie "Cocky" Collins. Babe Adams on the hill. 3-11 is Adams' pitch, and Collins flies out to right field. Wilson gets underneath it, makes the catch. That is out number 1. Yep, that's. I did a little bit of research in Jerry just to make sure I get it a little closer to how it was. So, yeah, so even though the home run wasn't as prevalent during the dead ball, they still had cleanup hitters. The guy who was able to clear the bases, get 3 on with a single, or walk or whatever combination. And the fourth guy, if nothing else, he was a triple hitter, and just get the bases cleared. So Danny Murphy, right fielder, is going to be second, facing Babe Adams of the Pirates. 3-7, and Adams strikes him out. So that is 2 outs here in the top of the first. Next up is going to be Stuffy McInnes, first baseman for the Philadelphia Athletics. 5-10 off Babe Adams' card, catcher card X. That's going to be George Gibson. He is a 1, rolls in 11, and pops it up behind the plate. Gibson gets underneath it, makes the catch of the fouled pop-up. So 1, 2, 3 go the Athletics here in the top of the first inning. So the A's take the field. The Pirates come up to the plate. Bobby Byrne, third baseman, will be leading off here. Moved up from his usual number 8 spot because apparently they didn't bat him at number 8. Collins usually hit third. Really? Huh. I didn't look at the lineups for the Athletics so much, but I did catch Pittsburgh, so I made some changes there. And I saw that Byrne led off in Game 7 when I read about, so I figured out, let's go with it. Make some changes for the series. Here we go. Bobby Burns leading off. Gettysburg Eddie on the hill for the Athletics. 2-7, and Byrne leads off with a walk. Get on base. Tommy Leach. They're going to put the hold on Byrne, which will take him to 112 safe stealing. So he is not going to try and steal as yet. Tommy Leach, 261, is going to drop the bunt. 8 is going to do it. That will be 3-4 sacrifice. And that is going to bring up 1 out, bottom of the first. Skipper Fred Clark, left fielder. He will be swinging at Eddie Plank's pitch. Here is the pitch from Gettysburg. Eddie dropped a red die. Go to the backups. You didn't. We didn't want you in here anyway. Be like that. All right, game on account, called on account of stupid. Here we go. 6-6 on Plank's card will be a fly ball to center field. That is out number 2. Brings us to Hannes Wagner batting fourth. John Mick, how is it going? Yes, we're all going to be enjoying this dead ball series because we are going to go until someone wins 4. 2 out, bottom of the first. Hannes Wagner, 3-7, and he comes up with 18, an RBI single. Byrne scores. Pirates go up early and first. 1-0, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Owen Wilson comes up to bat. Gettysburg Eddie, yeah, dice relief already. At least it's not the whiteout, right? But it's right there in the bullpen. Owen Wilson facing Eddysburg. Oh, in the middle of his 5 column, Gettysburg Eddie has a single, and he gives it up to Wilson. Hannes Wagner at second. Hannes Wagner's a 117 with 2 outs, 119. And he needed that 2-out modifier, makes it the third. So men at the corners, 2 outs. Dots Miller comes up to the plate. Facing Eddie Plank, Miller takes his pitch. 1-12, fouls out, plus injury. So that will end the old inning. 1 run for the Pirates. 2, Miller shakes it off. No problem. So we go to the top of the second inning. Frank home run, Kendall Stickmaker Baker at the plate facing Babe Adams, the young pitcher from Pittsburgh. Baker takes Adams' pitch, 3-5, fly ball to center field. Underneath it camps Tommy Leach, makes the catch. That is 1 away. Rube Oldring, center fielder, 5th in the order. Facing Babe Adams, 6-6 off Adams' card, pops it up behind third. Tracking underneath it is Bobby Burns. He makes the play. That is 2 outs. Chris Lord, left fielder, facing Babe Adams. Adams gets the signal in from Gibson. The windup, the pitch, 5-8, and that is strikeout number 2 for the young pitcher. 1-2-3 go the Athletics. Go to the bottom of the second. The Pirates hold a 1-0 lead in the beginning of this series, and should be the whiteout series. Derek, Dodgers Royals fan, how's it going, brother? Glad you could make it. There will probably be some whiteout. I can't promise that there won't be. All right, bottom of the first. Pirates are up 1-0 early here in the proceedings. Bottom of the second, rather. I'm sorry. Bill Abstein, first baseman, facing Eddie Plank. Plank's pitch, and it is high, called ball 4. Abstein takes first. Over there with his pretty little B steal rating, George Gibson, 265 batter. He is going to drop the bunt and does so successfully. That will be a 5-4 sacrifice. Small ball worked in the first inning. Let's see if it can work in the second. Number 9 batter. That's going to bring us to Babe Adams. He's got a number 1 card, and he's going to drop the bunt as well. 10 didn't work out so good. Batter safe. Lead runner thrown out by pitcher. 1-6. Fielder's choice. So that is 2 outs. Adams on first. A little vigorous with the bat there on the bunt. Oh, easy play for Plank to get it over to Baker. I'm sorry, to Barry covering on the play. Bobby Burns, third baseman, leadoff. Man on first, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, 3-3 with Eddie Plank's pitch. 17 will be a double. Knocks Adams around to third. He's held at third. Tommy Leach, center fielder. I wasn't sure how old he was, Jerry. He's 27 years old at this point. All righty, Babe Adams, starting pitcher for the Pirates. Who is on third base? Bobby Burns on second after his double, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Pirates. Tommy Leach facing Eddie Plank. 1-3, and Plank gets him swinging at the knee cheese. No runs scored by Pittsburgh. We go top of the first. 1-0 is your score. Super Sport 22,000. How is it going? Glad you can make it to the chat. Jack Barry, shortstop, 7th in the order, leading off top of the third for the Athletics. Babe Adams on the hill for the Pirates. Here comes his pitch. 5-6, strikeout number 3. Ira Thomas, catcher, 8th in the order, facing Adams. Adams gets the signal in from George Gibson, his catcher. The windup, the pitch, 3-9, strikeout number 4. And Adams has got these guys all over the place, hacking at everything, hacking at air. Eddie Plank comes up, 2 outs, top of the third, 6-10, fly ball to right field. Back underneath it is Owen Chief Wilson, makes the catch. And the Athletics go down in order again. 9 up, 9 down. 1-0 is your score, Pittsburgh. We go to the bottom of the third. Third in the order, Captain Fred Clark at the plate, facing Eddie Plank. Here is the pitch from Gettysburg Eddie, 4-3, fly ball to left field, X. Board is a 2 with an 18. And he gets underneath it, camps out, and makes the catch, Bristlord does. That is 1 away for Pittsburgh. Eddie Plank would love to have that run back. As contested as this game looks like it's going to be, it could well be a difference. Hannes Wagner, shortstop, 1 away, bottom of the third, 3-9 with Plank's pitch, and that is a single. Lifts it over the left side. Hannes Wagner on first base brings up Owen Chief Wilson, right fielder extraordinaire. And he is going to watch. Hannes Wagner is going to be held. Takes him to a 1-12. Owen Wilson. You don't want to bunt with 1 out. Wagner's going to go for the steal. Gets it. Wagner is on second base. Chief Wilson facing Eddie Plank, 6. 8, fly ball to center field. That is out number 2, and that will bring us to Dots Miller, second baseman. Dots Miller takes the pitch from Eddie Plank, 6-4, grounder to third, X. That will be home run Baker. He's a 2 with a 6, and that he scoops up. He gets it over to Stuffy McInnes at first, able to force Miller for out number 3. No runs in the third. 1-0 is your score. Pittsburgh over Philadelphia. We go to the top of the fourth. Eddie Collins back to the top of the order for the Athletics. Collins leading off. Babe Adams on the hill. Here comes the pitch from Adams. 5-7. And that is a line out to second. Dots Miller throws his glove out there, makes the catch, saves the base hit up the middle. That is 1 away. Danny Murphy for the Athletics, facing Babe Adams, the pitcher from Pittsburgh. 1-7, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is a double first base hit for the Athletics in this game. 1 out, top of the fourth. Athletics have a runner in scoring position. Babe Adams does not look shaken. Stuffy McInnes. 1-5, hard ground ball hit to third. That is going to be from Bobby Byrne over to Bill Abstein. Out number 2. Byrne is able to check Murphy at second, so he's going to stand station right there. Frank home run Baker. A chance to get a run across. Babe Adams, the windup, the pitch. 6-9, fly ball to left field. Fred Clark gets underneath it, close to the foul line, makes a running catch. Athletics score nothing in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the inning, 1-0 Pittsburgh. The Cubs, the Bears. How is it going? Yes, you got to love the names. Don't forget the most important one, Cubs, Bears. Ruby, Ruby. Don't forget that most important name right there. The Cubs, the Bears in the chat. How's it going, sir? I hope everything is well with you. We are going for the bottom of the fourth inning, game 1 of the championship series, played in Forbes Field. And the Pittsburgh Pirates are up 1-0. And they are up. Number 7 in the order, first baseman Bill Abstein facing Eddie Plank on the hill for the Athletics. First at bat, 4-3. Bristlord with an X result in left field. 2-15. Single and an error. Batter on second. E7. Bristlord with the error. Abstein on second base. No outs. Bottom of the fourth. George Gibson, batter. He's laying down the bunt, and he's doing it in grand style. 1-4, gets the base runner to third. Pirates have a man on the hot corner, and that brings up Babe Adams. He's got to roll 2 through 6. Babe Adams is laying down the squeeze. Getting him in. Another run across the plate. 3-4 sack. RBI by the pitcher. 2 outs. Pirates are up 2-0. Back to the top of the order. Bobby Byrne facing Eddie Plank. 3-11. And he's got himself a nice little double. That was an 8. Second double for Bobby Byrne, third time on base, 2 outs, another runner in scoring position. Tommy Leach comes to the plate. Gettysburg Eddie seems a little frustrated, not affected, but knows he can do better himself. So here we go. Eddie Plank facing Tommy Leach. Here is the pitch. 6-11 fly ball center field X, and that will be Rube Oldring. He is a 1 with an 18. Rube gets underneath it. Safe at second on an error on Rube Oldring. E8 run scores on earned run. Pirates are up 3-0. Okay, you can forget the name Rube. He has a way of either occasionally being the hero that does it all, or sometimes being the nuck that spoils the game. And 2 errors in this inning by the outfield. It's going to bring up Fred Clark, man on second, 2 outs, 6-7. Ground ball shortstop X. Barry is a 2. Rolls a 17. And that is over to Stuffy McInnes for out number 3. Gettysburg Eddie gets out of the inning, but 2 more runs are plated by the Pirates. We go to the top of the 5th, and they have a 3-0 lead. Due up in this inning, Rube Oldring, Briss Lord, and Jack Berry facing Babe Adams of the Pirates. Rube Oldring to the plate. Here comes the pitch from Babe Adams. 4-10 fly ball center field X. That is going to be Tommy Leach. He is a 2, rolls a 19. Tommy Leach gets underneath it, slaps his glove, makes the catch. Oldring flies out to center. That is 1 away. Brings up Briss Lord, left fielder. Babe Adams still on the hill, going strong for Pittsburgh, giving up 1 hit so far. 4-9 hard grounder hit to second, scooped up by Dots Miller over to Bill Abstein. Forces Lord for out number 2. Jack Berry shortstop. Adams looks into Gibson. Here is the pitch. 6-5 strikeout. Second time he's gotten Berry. No runs scored for the Athletics. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lead off is Hannes Wagner, shortstop, followed by Chief Owen Wilson, right fielder, and Dots Miller at second. Still on the hill, Eddie Plank. Hannes Wagner. And actually, that's the second. The double would have knocked him in. Okay, so that would be assumed an out. That is not an earned run either, because reached second, the sacrifice would have moved him to second if there had not been an error. Sacrifice would have moved him to third, and that would be 2 outs. Now the double would have scored him. Double check me on that, Jerry. The double would have scored him with 2 outs, but that error did not prevent him from reaching safely, so that actually is an earned run. Am I right, Jerry? Sounds right. Single, reach second on an error. If not the error, he'd be on first. Sack to second, sack to third, 2 outs, double scores him. Error didn't prevent him from reaching safely. Just want to double check my stat keeping on that one. All righty. Hannes Wagner facing Eddie Plank. I can't remember if I rolled or not, so I'm just going to roll again. 2-4, grounder to short, scooped up by Jack Berry over to Stuffy McInnes, and that is one away on the Pirates. Da-dee-da-dee-da, or anybody. Double check me on that stat. Chief, Owen Wilson, right fielder, facing Gettysburg Eddie. Eddie looks into Ira Thomas. He gets the call, the windup, the pitch, 6-7, grounder to short X. Jack Berry is a 2 with a 15. Hit hard to Jack Berry, scoops it up over to McInnes. Routine ground ball, out number 2. Brings us to second bagger, Dots Miller. Eddie Plank with the pitch, 2-6 hard grounder, hit to third, home run Baker all over. It gets it to McInnes, and the Pirates ground out of an inning. Score is 3-0. We go to the top of the 6th. Ira Thomas, catcher, will be leading off 8th in the order, followed by Eddie Plank, pitcher, and back to the top of the order, Eddie Collins. The second sack would have been the third out. Well, here, no, it wouldn't have been the third out, because if there had not been an error to allow him to go to second, he would have still been at first. He had a single. He actually had a single with an error to get to second. So the third out still would have been the E8, presumed after the double. I just want to make sure, because there was a base hit, so he was on base safely. The error only allowed him to advance 2 bases instead of just 1. So that's why I want to make sure on that one, Jerry. I want to make sure. And if you still say earned run, then I'll unearned run, I'll go with it. But there was no assumed first out, because he did. Yeah, good run. Okay, that's what I was thinking, because he did have a base hit, so he was on base safely. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate it. My rules back up. Top of the 6th. So Ira Thomas facing Babe Adams for the Pirates. 6-9 off Adams' card. Fly ball to left field. Fred Clark gets underneath it. Smacks his mitt. Lets gravity do the rest. That is out number 1. Eddie Plank. He is still batting. That's all right. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate the backup, man. The pitch from Babe Adams off Adams' card. 1-2 is a single, and that, anything else, a line out to second. So that is out number 2. Back to the top of the order we go. Eddie Collins facing Babe Adams. 2-9, draws a walk to extend the inning. Eddie Collins is on base. Gibson puts the hold on him, not with 2 outs. Gibson does not put the hold on him. Eddie Collins, 117, going to steal second. Danny Murphy, right fielder. And Danny Murphy was one heck of a hitter during the regular season. Da-dee-da. Since I have this stuff here, we might as well say what he did. Yep, he was a 400 batter in the regular season. Danny Murphy hoping to bring Collins home and get one of those runs back. Here's Babe Adams with the pitch. 1-8, and I do believe he got it with a triple. Base clearing RBI triple for Danny Murphy, right fielder. Eddie Collins scores 3-1. The White Elephants get one across the plate. Stuffy McInnes facing Babe Adams. And now Adams has been bled. But he's still standing tall on the hill, looking to get out of this inning, facing Stuffy McInnes. Here's the pitch to 11. Hard grounder hit to short. Wagner scoops it up over to Bill Abstein, and that is going to be out number 3. But the Athletics do plate a run. Signs of life. Now you go right ahead, Jerry. I appreciate the help. Do your stats for the game last night. Absolutely. All righty, here we go. Bill Abstein, first baseman, 7th in the order, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Against Eddie Plank, still in the game, though he's thrown a few pitches so far. Abstein will be followed by George Gibson, catcher, and Babe Adams, starting pitcher. Both starting pitchers still going very strong. Abstein, first baseman, takes Plank's pitch. It is a fly ball to left field. Chris Lord is a 2 with a 15. I think that was bad. Single and an error. Abstein with the exact same result as his last time up. Single and an error on Lord. Lord. Pirates have a man on second base. George Gibson facing Eddie Plank, and Gibson is going to bunt. And just like last time, Gibson is going to get him across. Beautiful bunt by the catcher. 5-4 sack. That actually is an earned run. All righty, 5-4 sack, man on third, 1 out. Don't think Babe Adams is going to push his luck with another squeeze. Infield in. Absolutely, Jerry. Bringing the infield in. Here is the pitch to Adams. Plank's card. 5-7, and there's that stupid single amongst the strikeouts again. Run comes across the plate. Another RBI for Babe Adams. His second. If another base hit happens, then that will stand as an earned run because the sacrifice would have taken him from first to second. The single would have taken him from second to third. Next up, we have Bobby Byrne, man on first, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, Pirates up 4-1. Takes the pitch from Eddie Plank, pops it out behind shortstop. Jack Berry traces underneath it. He calls off second baseman Eddie Collins, makes the catch. That is 2 away. Tommy Leach, center fielder, beats eternally. How is it going? Welcome to the chat and welcome to Game 1 of the Deadball Championship Series. 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates hosting the 1911 Philadelphia Athletics in Forbes Field. And we have a 4-1 ball game so far. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Tommy Leach, Pirates center fielder, facing Athletics starter Eddie Plank. Here is the pitch. 2-12 strikeout. Plank gets out of the inning. Unearned run there. But it does count on the scoreboard. 4-1. We get to the top of the 7th. Yes, 2 great legendary teams is right, Beats. It really is. Yeah, I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. I hope everything is good with you across the pond over there. Looking forward to you making it back to the States because we're going to work a meet one way or the other. A whole bunch of us are going to get together in a hotel room, and we're going to have some kind of a tournament or something. I guarantee it. We're going to make it happen. It's all right, man. I know what you meant. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th inning. Frank, home run. Kendall Stick Maker Baker. Thank you, Al Red Sox fan, for helping me with that nickname. Babe Adams still going strong on the hill for the Pirates. He has yielded 2 hits and 1 walk in 21 batters. He is going strong. Home run Baker, 6-7. That's a ground ball shortstop X off Adams' card. Wagner is fielding at a range of 1 with a 10. And Wagner scoops it up, gets it over to Bill Abstein on first. That is out number 1. Forcing Baker and sending him back to the dugout. Rube Oldring. We're going to have a strat weekend somewhere, somehow. We're going to do it. We are going to do it by hook or by crook. We're going to figure something out. Rube Oldring, center fielder, facing Babe Adams, 6'7", another shortstop X. Honest Wagner. It's hit hard to Wagner. He knocks it down, picks it up. Frozen rope over to Abstein and beats Oldring there by a step. That is out number 2. Chris Lord, left fielder, facing Babe Adams. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Pirates are up by 3. Here is the pitch from Adams, 3-6, and Briss Lord extends the inning with a base hit, a single. His first hit of the game. Next up, Jack Berry, who has struck out his first 2 times up. Babe Adams looks into Gibson, gets the sign, glances over to first to keep Lord honest. Here he faces Berry, the windup, the kick, the pitch, 2-5, long fly ball to left field. Fred Clark is underneath it near the wall, makes the catch. Nothing going for the Athletics. So after 6.5, the Pirates are up 4-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Everybody singing along with me. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. There you go. 2, 3. I still love baseball, don't you guys? I know you kind of got to, don't you? I mean, you're like here. Baseball is awesome. Yay! Thank you. Woo! Hey, you know I'm here all Thursday. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. Bottom of the 7th, Captain Fred Clark facing Gettysburg Eddie Plank. Wants to see this through. He wants to get these runs back and then some. 4-9 off his card, but he allows Clark the free pass. And Eddie Plank is not going to have too long a leash at this rate. Clark's pretty fast. Yeah, Ira Thomas is going to put a hold on him. Takes him to a 112 stealing. No sense in risking it. He does have the hold on. Hannes Wagner, 339, will be swinging at Plank's pitch. 1-5, fly ball to center field. The bat goes Rube Oldring, close to the wall, gets underneath it, makes the catch. Clark holds at first. That is 1 away. Ball comes back to the infield, back to Eddie Plank on the hill. Looks into his catcher, Ira Thomas, for the signal as Owen Wilson strides to the plate, the right fielder for the Pirates. 1 man on, 1 man out. Bottom of the 7th, 4-1. Here's the pitch from Eddie Plank. 3-10. Hard ground ball hit back to the box. Plank is all over it. He wheels around, throws it to Barry at second, makes the turn to McInnes, and that is doubled up on Clark. Inning-ending double play. Heads-up defensive play by Eddie Plank, able to spark that twin killing. Pirates score nothing in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Ira Thomas, catcher, will be leading off 8th in the order, followed by Eddie Plank, should they decide to batting. And Eddie Collins is due up 3rd. He is in the hole. Ira Thomas will be leading off against Babe Adams. Adams going strong for Pittsburgh. 1-9, the pitch, fly ball to center field. Back goes Tommy Leach. Doesn't have to move far. Parks underneath it, makes the catch. Out number 1. I think they're going to let Plank bat. Had there been a runner on, that might be different. Plank is going to bat. He's going to stay in so he can pitch the 8th. Here is the pitch from Babe Adams. 4-4 on Adams' card, and Plank comes up with a single. He is on base. Now, do you let him do the running? It's painful. Or do you go for a reliever for the 8th and hopefully for the 9th? We're going to leave Plank in for now. Oh, it kills me. What do you think, guys? Should we pinch run for him? Oh. We'll see what anybody else thinks. Amos Drunk is an A. Yeah, Jerry Ball, leave Plank. Yeah, I'm good with that. Leave him in. 1 out, man on first. Eddie Collins comes to the plate. 365 batter in 11. And not to mention a 367 batter in the Deadball League Series. But Beats says pinch run. I need more than 1 run. Yes, I do. Yeah, we're going to leave him in. He's going strong bottom of the 8th, and as long as Bristlord doesn't mess up on Abstein's at bat, they won't score another run. Eddie Collins, 1 out, man on first. 2-7, draws a walk. Tying run comes to the plate. And Danny Murphy, who tripled his last time up, right fielder, You know, 329, you don't want to take the bat out of his hands with a hit and run. He's got hit all over his one column. He's got one ground ball A near the middle on his two column. We're going to swing at Babe Adams' pitch. Here it comes. 4-5, single. With one out, Plank will hold, bases loaded. Stuffy McInnes comes to the plate. Tying run on first and Danny Murphy. Eddie Collins is at second by way of a walk. And Eddie Plank, starting pitcher, on third by way of a one-out single. The first baseman glaring out at Babe Adams like he's willing the ball to hit the bat and go way out into a corner or a gap somewhere. Babe Adams starting to fidget a little bit. Looks into Gibson, his catcher for the sign, looks over to third to try to hold Plank close. He knows Plank's not going to go, but let's see what happens. One out. Are we going to play infield in? We're going to play infield in because there's some ground ball A's on McInnes's. Here we go. Infield is in. Facing Babe Adams, Stuffy McInnes, 3-6 single. Question is, how many? Eddie Plank scores. Eddie Collins is a 1-2-17. He scores. That will be 2 RBI single, 1 out, minute first and second. And the Athletics are back in this game here in the top of the 8th. And it's Frank home run candlestick maker Baker being followed by Rube Oldring. And I am thinking, BJ Wanlin, how is it going? Yes, you did. But the Pirates need your help, man, because the Athletics are doing it. Oh, they're coming back. Home run Baker or Rube Oldring, and hoping for the ground out. Home run Baker, a 405 batter, led the, nope, 379 batter, 5th in the league. Oh. I don't know if I want to pull Adams yet because that 111 is still awfully enticing. They parked Baker on first. Pitch out, ball 4, bases loaded. Rube Oldring comes to the plate. They want to pitch to Oldring. They're going to stay at double play depth. Yep. Gutsy call. Gutsy call by Fred Clark. Adams looked out to him. And Fred Clark give the old heave-ho to Baker, put him on first. Rube Oldring at the plate. Go Rube. Here's Jerry Ball. Go Ruby. Normally I'd be go Ruby too. You never know. Oh, I'm torn. I love the Pirates, but I love these Athletics, and it's Rube Oldring, my favorite. Oh, man, this is killing me. Bet it's killing you guys too. Adams stays in the game, looks in, gets a sign from Gibson. Oldring steps out of the box. Tries to freeze Adams. Yeah, I'm just that cruel. Back in. Here we go. Adams looks over to third, trying to hold Murphy as close to the bag as possible. Here is the pitch to Oldring. 1-6. Oh, my gosh. Triple. 3 RBI triple. Rube Oldring. And the Athletics take the lead in this first game of the championship series. And there it is. As I said and alluded to before the game, can the Pirates outpitch the Athletics batting? They did for about 7 innings. And then that happened. Adams is coming out of the game. And that was from Oldring's card. So I don't think... Not too early. Michael Butler, how is it going? Welcome to the chat. Babe Adams is rocked, and he is coming out. And I think Deacon Felipe is going to come in and pitch relief. So let me make the needed changes on the score sheet, if I may. Felipe. He went 8 and a 7 and a third. All righty. Deacon Felipe facing Briss Lord, 8th batter in the inning. Rube Oldring is on third following his 3 RBI triple, which gives the Athletics a 6-4 lead here in the top of the 8th. This exciting game 1 of the championship series. Briss Lord facing Deacon Felipe. Felipe looks over to third to hold Oldring close to the bag. Infield in on the Lord. Here comes the pitch. 6-12. Hard liner hit to short. Hannes Wagner's glove is all over that one. Oldring doesn't go anywhere. 2 outs. Godsend of a play for the Pirates to get out of this inning and regroup. Jack Berry, shortstop, 9th batter of the inning, facing Felipe. Oldring 9 feet away from being a 7-4 ball game. Felipe gets a signal from Gibson. Here is the windup, the kick, the pitch. 1-4, pops it up high behind second dots. Miller gets underneath it, calls off Wagner, and makes the catch. Mercifully ending the inning. Pirates score 5 in the top of the 8th and go through the order. They send Babe Adams out of the Athletics, rather. They send Adams out of the game. Felipe gets him out of it with a liner to short and a pop-up behind second. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Due up, Dots Miller, second baseman. Bill Abstein, first baseman. Catcher George Gibson. Felipe is on the – well, now, Eddie Plank still on the hill for the Athletics. But if things go south, they may well yank him as well. They left him in to bat, and he actually scored the first single with 1 out in the top of the last inning, the catalyst for that scoring. So Eddie Plank facing Dots Miller, bottom of the 8th. 3-11. Hard grounder hit to shortstop. That is fielded cleanly by Jack Berry. Gets it over to Stuffy McInnes, and that is 1 away. Bill Abstein, first baseman, 7th in the order, facing Gettysburg Eddie. It is a fantastic game, Jerry. Yes, it is. Beautiful day at the ballpark. Abstein walked his first time up. Single and error to second by Briss Lord. And then scored after a bunt, a pair of bunts his second time up, and a bunt and a single his third time up. Babe Adams with 2 RBI to do it. Ken Abstein doing it again, 1 out. Plank gets this pitch from the signal from Thomas to pitch. Abstein pops it up near the left foul line, gets underneath it, does home run. Baker makes the catch. 2 outs, Pirates. Bottom of the 8th. Down 2. Catcher George Gibson facing Eddie Plank. Eddie Plank facing George Gibson. George Gibson facing Eddie Plank. George Gibson gives Plank the sign. And Eddie Plank laughs his butt off at him, shakes his glove at him. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm waiting for the sign to come from my catcher. Ira Thomas sends something out. Eddie Plank lights it. Here is the windup, the pitch. 4-4, fly ball to center field. Back goes Rube Oldring close to the wall. He makes the catch, and that is 1-2-3 side retired for the Pirates. They score nothing in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. The Pittsburgh Pirates have relinquished their lead. The Philadelphia Athletics in this first game of the Deadball Championship Series lead by a score of 6-4. 5-run top of the 8th. Spurred by Eddie Plank's single, Eddie Collins' walk, Danny Murphy single, 2 RBI single by Stuffy McInnes. They walk Baker to get to Oldring, who clears the bases with a triple. Thus went the Pirates. Top of the 9th, Ira Thomas, catcher, facing Deacon Felipe. Felipe is going to stay in. 5-10 off Felipe's card. And that is a leadoff double. There's some action in the Pirates bullpen. Eddie Plank is up. They'd like some insurance runs. Eddie Plank is going to drop the bunt, and he does so beautifully. Boy, that is a 1-4 sacrifice. Man on third, 1 out. It's going to bring us to Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins infield in. Here's the pitch from Felipe, 3-2. Pops it up behind first base. Bill Abstein gets underneath it and makes the catch. Man on third, and there are now 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Right fielder Danny Murphy facing Deacon Felipe. Felipe still on the hill, doing well. Hopefully he's getting out of trouble here. It is a 7-game series. 9-game series was, what, 1903, the very first one, and then they brought it back from 19 to 21. So we're just 1909, 1911, 10's the split, and it was a 7-game series, so we're going to go with that. Danny Murphy, he has struck out, doubled, tripled, singled, and he does have a home run in his 1-7 with a 1-6 split. Felipe in his 5-10 with a 1-3 split. Will he hit for the cycle here in the first game? Danny Murphy with Ira Thomas on third. Felipe gets a signal in from George Gibson. Here is the pitch to Danny Murphy. 3-9 single. RBI single for Danny Murphy. Ira Thomas scores. Athletics up 7-4. Stuffy McInnes, first baseman. And Felipe is going to come out. They bring in Lefty Layfield. So Felipe went 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.1 innings. Man on first, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Lefty Layfield facing first baseman Stuffy McInnes. The pitch to McInnes, 3-7. That is a single, and that's going to advance Murphy around to third. Men at the corners. Pirates have some more business to do here, or Athletics have more business here. Top of the 9th, perhaps. Brings us Frank home run, candlestick maker Baker. Fred Clark realizes his mistake from last time that anyone on this Athletics lineup can knock the ball anywhere on the field. Get the out. Lefty Layfield facing Baker. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Fly ball to right field. Back goes Wilson. Gets underneath it. Makes the catch. But the Athletics played another run. 7-4. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Pirates don't want to let game 1 slip away here in Forbes Field. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Don't want to let this one slip away, and they're going to pinch hit for Lefty Layfield. So let's just remove his card. And Ham Hyatt, the off-time pinch hitter this year, is going to come in. The Pirates need to spark something here in the bottom of the 9th. Utility outfielder Ham Hyatt, they hope, is the man to do it. So that's right there. Hyatt pinch hitter. Pinch hit. He's a 114 batter. D is in Delta. Steeler facing Eddie Plank. Eddie Plank on the hill for the bottom of the 9th. Here we go. Beatles eternally. Let's go Bucks. All righty. Ham Hyatt leading off. Bottom of the order. Pinch hitting. 4-9 on Plank's card. Walk. And the Pirates have a man on base. Ham Hyatt not a threat to steal at a D. Bobby Byrne, 226 batter, but they need more than the run. They need more than the run, so they've got to be swinging at Planks. No sacrificing around. Don't get the out. And it's a hard ground ball. Hit the third base. Baker scoops it up. Gets it to Collins. Makes the turn to McInnes. Double play. Doubles up on Hyatt. And we're down to the final out for game 1. Tommy Leach, center fielder, second in the order, facing Eddie Plank. Eddie Plank smacks the ball into his mitt, looks into Ira Thomas. His catcher gets the sign. likes what he sees, picks the ball up above his head, lays it down close to his waist. The windup, the kick, the pitch, and outside, ball 4. Tommy Leach extends the inning with a walk. Fred Clark, the team captain. Eddie Plank looks over to first to keep Leach honest. They are not going to put the hold on Leach. Would they? They're going to put the hold on Leach. That will take him to a 1-12 because Thomas is a 2. Leach is an A. 112 safe. That's going to keep Leach from running. Plank looks in, gets the signal, and over to first, and Leach is able to make it back underneath McInnes's tag. Ball's back out to Eddie Plank. Fred Clark waiting for the pitch. Here comes the pitch from Plank. 1-5 fly ball, center field, back near the wall, racing Rube Oldring on the run, makes the catch, and the Athletics win game 1 of the series. The Philadelphia Athletics by a score of 7-4. 3 errors committed by the Pirates, which led directly to 3 runs being scored, 2 of them unearned. This was determined to be an earned run right here. Oh, it breaks the heart. Eddie Plank, complete game, win. He went 9. But here we go. Rube Oldring with the base-clearing triple. 3 RBI to take the lead right when they needed him. Rube Oldring. Need everybody to vote on the player of the game. Let's get to the stats quickly so we can do this, and then we'll talk about the season in this series a little bit. We've got Eddie Collins, 0 for 3, 2 runs scored, stolen base, 2 walks. We have Daniel Murphy, 4 for 5, scored a run, 2 batted in, double, triple, and a strikeout. We have Stuffy McInnes, 2 for 5. Run, 2 batted in. We have Frank Baker, 0 for 4. Run scored, intentional walk. Rube Oldring, 1 for 4. 3 runs batted in, and that triple. 1 for 4, Briss Lord with a strikeout. 0 for 4, Jack Berry. Strikeout. Ira Thomas, catcher, 1 for 4. Run scored, a double, strikeout. And Eddie Plank, 1 of 3. Run scored, sacrifice hit. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 10 hits needed by the Athletics. So that is going to mean, let's see, Lefty Layfield gave up 1 hit, no runs. Touched the bottom of the paper too much. Daggone it. It's going to be difficult to write. So we're going to have to use a regular pen on that one. One moment. I need to find something that'll write better. I hope. No, it's a etcher. Might have to live with it. All right. Deacon Felipe. Ugh. 1 hit, 2 hits, and gave up a run. No walks or Ks. It was an earned run. Come on, make the 0, please. So that means 7 hits were on Adams. 6 runs were on Adams. 6 were earned. 1, 2, 3 walks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts. No home runs. Wow, Ruby is getting votes for player of the game. BJ. Co-MVPs, Jerry. Co-MVPs, BJ. Don Heston, Ruby. Derek, Ruby. Beats. Co-MVPs, Duck Hubs, Ruby. Goodness. I think I'm going to honor everybody and go co-MVPs. Player of the game. Daryl. Yeah, we'll do that. because both were very pivotal. The pitchers always get it, but every once in a while someone else does too. Let's go ahead and get Pittsburgh batting. We have Bobby Byrne, 2 of 4, scored 2 runs, 2 doubles, a walk. Tommy Leach, 0 for 3, sacrifice hit, K, walk. Now we need to put error there and 2 errors. Okay. Fred Clark, 0 for 4 with a walk. Hannes Wagner, 2 for 4. Run batted in and a stolen base. Wilson, 1 for 4. 0 for 4 dots. Miller. Bill Abstein, 2 for 3. Run scored, and a walk. So just make 2 runs. George Gibson, 0 for 1. 3 sacrifice hits. And those 3 sacrifice hits led to 2 runs. Fantastic bunting displayed by the catcher. Babe Adams, 1 of 2. 2 runs batted in by the starting pitcher for the Pirates. They were hoping that lead would hold, but it did not. And a sacrifice hit. Ham Hyatt, 0 for 0, drew a walk. So that's going to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits for the Pirates, which means 8 hits, 4 runs, only 2 earned for Eddie Plank. Struck out 1, 2, and walked 5. Did not give up a home run. So, yeah, definitely. Dead ball lives. This may well go 7. I'm really looking forward to a long series. I'm not in a hurry to get this over because the end is in sight, and I really don't want it to get here too daggone quickly. So enjoying this. Oh, my goodness. So enjoying this. Oh, I would like to thank everybody who made their way into the chat. Jerry Ball, Beatles Eternally, the Cubs to Bears, BJ Wanlin, Derek Dodgers, Royal fan, Don Heston, all the way from Iowa, correct? By and large, that's most everybody. I know that Michael Butler was in here. Good sir, glad you could make it. Super Sport, 22,000. Bumbling. Oh, man, that was a great game. That was a great game. There was no... Could have gone either way at any point. Oh, that was a great game. Game 1 is in the sack. Final score. The Philadelphia Athletics 7. The Pittsburgh Pirates 4 on their home field of Forbes Field. Guys, let's go ahead and call this. Let other people stream if they want to. I'm going to try to get Game 2 live and in your face tomorrow night, perhaps about 5 or about 9 o'clock or so. Everyone talking about where they grew up. Just so you know, just so you all know, I grew up in East Liverpool, Ohio before moving to Delaware. So, yes, guys, this is Chris, strat-o-matic Delaware. Again, your final. Philadelphia 7, Pittsburgh 4 in Game 1 of this best-of-7 series. Next game tomorrow night, presumably around 9 o'clock here at Forbes Field. And your starters tomorrow night are going to be on the hill for the A's, Chief Bender against Howie Kamnitz for the Pirates. Something to look forward to for Game 2. Guys, have a wonderful evening. Keep on rolling.